What's up, Jonathan?
What up? What up?
I like your name, man.
Thanks, bro. It's a good name.
It's one of the 10 most successful male names of all time. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
But you learn something new every day.
That's what Google says anyways.
Right on. Right on, right
on. George, go. Go on. Your mom wants you. I'm gonna put my story time hat on here. My ladybug hat. What are you eating, Marie?
Salad. Nothing exciting.
Doesn't look that exciting.
It's not bad. I'm waiting for a tree to blow over in my yard. It's like crazy winds here right now.
Storming bad?
It's not really storming. It's just like crazy winds. My chihuahua almost blew away.
Really?
Pretty close. I caught him by the leash.
Like the Wizard of Oz, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. Welcome to Canada.
Never been to Canada yet. I thought I might visit though, since you guys got the whole legal marijuana going, and they say really that some of the best weed in the world comes from Canada.
Yeah, it's going to be our new tourism for sure. Which it's going to be our new oil, is what Trudeau, I think, is trying to organize in some roundabout way. So I'd like to have oil and weed myself, but you know.
No, oil's no good, really.
Well, yeah, but it makes all the hippies pleather shoes nice and shiny. So we got to have oil. Don't get me started there. I'm an Alberta girl.
Well, I mean, it's necessary for how the world is right now, but
yeah, well, hopefully Trudeau.
So.
Oh, there is, and but you look at them, and we've got lots of windmill farms and stuff here, but they say it takes as much energy and resources to make a windmill as it does to make a barrel of oil. So, and unfortunately, my Jeep only runs on oil.
For sure.
Good day for a windmill, though.
That's how they want it to be, though, for sure. They want it to be only oil right now until we run out.
Exactly. And then they'll have to figure it out quick, I guess. But yeah, you should totally come to Canada for the weed. It's good.
Trust me, it's hard. They got it all figured out already. They already got it all figured out, but it's just like computer technology. I mean, they got so much advanced computer technology right now, but they're not going to release that to the public. I mean, you got 100 million i9s sitting on the shelf right now, and they already got 2 generations ahead. Why would they release it right now until they sell all the stock that they got right now? So just how
I remember you talking about that. That's crazy.
Just how the world works. It's crazy like that. Such is life, though. Kevin, what's up, my man?
What up, brother? How we doing?
Just hanging out, talking about marijuana for some reason.
For some reason.
Actually, my buddy just called me and said he's going to this nice little house and getting some dank, so he's like, you gotta meet me. Hey.
I'll do a go live next time I go to the dispensary. You guys
I know.
can check
that was awesome being in Vegas, getting married. They freaking couldn't even walk a block without somebody saying, "Go buy this blunt."
Yeah, we don't do the street sales anymore. When I was a kid, we used to buy dime bags, though.
No, I mean at the stores, like all the little corner stores. They have them pre-rolled and the oil and the keef. Oh, $30 a blunt.
I sent my 70-year-old parents peanut butter cups filled with marijuana for Christmas. They're pretty excited.
Well, it is 2:03. If you guys want to get started, these meetings they're your time to talk about whatever you guys need help with, anything that you guys got going on, network with each other. I personally don't mind talking about weed for hours myself, but it's not the most productive use of our time. Although, like I said, it doesn't necessarily bother me, but that's not actually what the intentions for these meetings are.
Actually, I'll go ahead and start, John.
Yeah, what's up?
Really good couple days. Like I told you, I had that meeting with the Marine Corps on Wednesday. Well, I actually finally locked in the CEO today on that, and I think I'm going to get him to be an inner circle partner. But that was huge. So my mentor, Dean Holland, who actually pays Russell $25,000 a year to be his mentor, he taught us to do reverse funnels. And so what I did was give away one software, and now all of a sudden the network has grown tremendously. I probably got like 250 leads just today alone. I hooked up with the hospital in Africa, and once I did that, he gave me like 20 people, and then I got all the presidents of the Marine Corps now. I gave them all a copy, so when they go have their meetings, they're gonna go ahead and like maybe give a sticky reviews away as for showing up to the meeting. So basically, the production's rolling really easy, and it's all about just finding that niche to get you in and give that software to somebody to get that hook. And then once you got them hooked, then the circle just keeps going, and you just build that trust with other people, and they'll refer you. I locked in with a couple bands too as well. Involved through Scars. I'm trying to get
Kevin,
5 Finger Death Punch involved.
So can
and
you guys hear me? Can you guys
so
hear me?
It's working here.
Okay,
I just need that VA though to help me
get that set up. Now you have 250 people that are interested in that software. So you gave away sticky review, right?
Right.
How do you ensure that the guys who you gave away that software is actually going to use it?
Well, I'm a Marine, and I'm the president of the Marine Corps here in Orlando. So us Marines, we stick together. We're brothers for life. And
so you just command them to use it?
Basically, you just show them how easy it is and what it can do for them.
Software. Get it
now.
20. No, see, just to give you an example, you know, when John was live yesterday with his special there with the text in bulk, and there was this guy that missed the deal, and so he asked about missing the deal, and I just told him, well, it's still available. So he found my page and he bought the monthly thing, you know, for $37. And it's right now, almost 2 days later, he hasn't even logged in. He hasn't even logged into my membership site, nothing. I've messaged him and said, if you need help. No, he hasn't. You know, he paid $37. He didn't even go look. He did not even go look.
7 out of 10 people will not, is what I'm told.
If you guys need more sales, I'll keep doing that too. If you guys want to get more sales like that, I can just go live and make like a offer where you can get it at a discounted price only while I'm live, and then after I'm live, anybody who comes and watches my replay, you guys can just like tag yourself in the video so that you guys can see the notifications, and anybody who comments that, hey, you know, I missed your live, can I get this deal? I'll tell them no, and then you guys can just be like, hey, you can get it over here from my funnel. I'll give you that deal.
But John, look at my profile, Facebook profile right now. You're going live tomorrow morning at 7.
Yeah, I saw. I seen I was like live already somehow on your profile.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I don't care if you guys do that. Obviously, like I don't care if you guys leverage any of the stuff that I do. The stuff that I do isn't really to make sales for myself. I mean, the money that we need to operate our company comes from you guys. So the main thing that I want is to know that you guys are all out there making money, and you guys are being successful with that, because it ensures that the whole model is actually successful.
Well, what helps is to understand how to sell this. And you've had years of experience. None of us had any experience, and unless we do it, you know, we're never going to get that experience. You know, you need to know what objections people have, what the heck is happening. Actually, like your email with that worst offer ever. You know, that's exactly what I thought. You know, this $1 a day is like overwhelming. It's cheap. Everybody thinks it's the wrong thing. And you know, as soon as I'm confident that invoicing you is so that it works, I'll just start pushing that software and just that software.
Well, just keep working with those guys. The ACH stuff is hard for us to test, Joe.
Yeah.
So just keep working with those guys. They'll get it done. I did delay, so I've got them working right now on the front end invoices that the clients see, and they'll as soon as we get back from our company vacation, they'll work on those and get those pushed out. But I did delay the rest of the redesign on that platform until after we redesigned Link Wizard. So I was going to do the inside of Invoicing You before Link Wizard, but I just saw that there's this software that actually just made a big buzz on AppSumo. It's called Shorby. It's called Shorby. So I seen they just made a big buzz on AppSumo for this software, and this software is really, really simple. What it does, George, you bastard, come here, give me my hat. You fucking monkey, seriously.
I'll share what I got. Actually, I have the automatic bundle as well that I got from Glenn, so that helps with that. They've got all those trainings in there as well.
Well, these guys, all they do is they allow you to essentially go in and on all your social profiles, be it Pinterest, be it Instagram, be it Twitter, or LinkedIn, any of your social profiles, they just allow you to put one link in your profile. That's it. So they allow you, just like this link right here, they allow you to only put one link in your social profile. So all Shorby does is they allow you to take that one link and turn it into like a little mobile landing page that has all your links. So how somebody can email you or call you or message you on WhatsApp or, you know, access a bunch of different links. So that you can essentially have like a basic little landing page for your social profiles. And instead of just being able to have one link, you put in the Shorby link, and then it takes them to a page like this that's customizable, where the user can now get all the information that you want to show them on your social profile. So this is a feature that we've had. This is a feature that we've actually had on the books. This is a feature that we've had on the books for Link Wizard for quite some time, and it just hasn't got created yet. So I went in and had him go in and create all these designs for our own version of these links. All right. So I think our UI looks a little bit better actually than what their UI looks like, and we give the users multiple different versions of how these actual little pages can look like. So we're going to end up building this new feature right after I finish up the conversion scripts. And because we're building this new feature, I wanted him to go in and just do the complete design of Link Wizard before finishing up Invoicing You. He's actually already started on it. I can show you his first iteration of the dashboard. This is his first iteration of the dashboard here for Link Wizard. And we have a lot more users in Link Wizard actively using Link Wizard than Invoicing You. So
yeah,
there's a lot
I'm
of
using Link Wizard too. I really like it.
It's a great software. So we'll end up adding in these Shorby links, like these social profile links. We're going to add those in as well. So I just had them, since those links look so good, and we need a very easy, intuitive way for the users to go in and actually create those links. I just didn't want him to create like a beautiful UI for them to create those links and it not match the rest of our UI and kind of be like offset. So I just told him, we've got the main thing for Invoicing You, which are the invoices themselves that the clients see and pay. We've got those designed and we'll be releasing those. then so I'll have him do all the design for Link Wizard, and then the next thing he'll do is all the inside stuff for invoicing you. So just keep working with those engineers. They'll get they'll get the ACH payments all squared away. They actually just released in dev those they just released in dev those ascending invoices. So they're not correct yet. They're not totally correct. They need like 2 more days worth of modification. But those will be coming out as well. But just keep working with them, and they'll fix your fix your ACH stuff. And those ascending invoices, if you don't know what those ascending invoices are, those are kind of like what I did for my training course, where I started at $1, and then the next person that bought it was $2, and then $3, and it just went up by $1 for everybody that purchased it. Well, the ascending invoices allow you to do that automatically, so that you can just go in and say, hey, I want to start this out at X amount, and then I want to increase it by X amount after every X amount of purchases. And then it will just automatically increase, which is going to be really great for course creators and people who want to actually let the market actually tell them what their shit's worth instead of just arbitrarily pricing it. So,
hey, John, back to the Shorevy clone. So you view that not as a separate software, but a subsetted or feature to Link Wizard?
For sure. I mean, for sure. It's just a short link. I mean, it's just a short link that leads to a landing page. So for sure, I would say that that's just an extra feature that we would put in Link Wizard. Now, could we go in and make a dumbed down could we go in and just make just that feature, period? Yeah, sure. I think that it fits right into what Link Wizard does. It's been something that's been on our agenda for Link Wizard for a while. I think personally it fits right into what Link Wizard does. So from my perspective, I've got one other thing here. So we'll add those social profile links, and then I didn't really want to do it because I don't like the model. I don't like the model. But the users, people actually like these, all right? So we would add this type of link into Link Wizard as well. And this link is essentially kind of like a URL shortener as well. But what Replug allows you to do is you essentially iframe the links that you're sharing, and then you can put your own CTAs on it. So essentially, you can go in and create a Replug link of like textinbulk.com, and then you create that Replug link, and they take textinbulk.com and they put it on your domain. So when the user goes to textinbulk.com, they see textinbulk.com, but they're not on textinbulk.com domain. They're on your Replug link, and you can put like your own little call to actions right over top of it. I don't like it myself, and the reason we didn't build it already is because it is technically a huge violation that you can get sued for. So it is, you can't just go in and grab somebody's website and frame that up into your frame and put other call to actions on it, because they can go, and that company could actually, like, let's say you go in and iframe up, the president's website, and then put a call to action for some kid porn or something on it. It's like that is shit that you can majorly get sued for, because it's a violation of their copyright on that material. So I didn't want to do it because I can't guarantee, because I'm not a lawyer, I can't guarantee 100% that it's illegal. But I can just make the assumption, just based on using common sense, that most likely that doing that would be illegal and somebody could sue you if you're putting the wrong CTA on their site, because you're literally stealing all their content and you're framing it up on their site. So I would assume that it's illegal. I can't say for sure. But I know users love it, and so many people have asked me for this type of functionality that I think we would build it in with Link Wizard. So yeah, I think that was you, Dave, that asked that, and I couldn't see you because I don't think you got your video on. But yeah, I personally think it would be a function in Link Wizard. Why do you not feel that way?
Well, I saw that it had page builder functionality in there because you're designing a profile thing. You know, I can put video on.
Well, it's
I
not
got
really.
my
They
hair
don't
curlers
really have
in.
a page builder, Gideon. So they don't really have a page builder. They have this one standard generic page, and then you just can go in and add. You know, you can fill out. You can put your m.me link in. You can put your Skype handle in. You can put your Telegram ID, and you can link up your social profiles, and then just put and like they have a maximum number of links that you can actually put in. You can put in. So these guys do the same thing as well. These guys do the same thing. Also not link builders. They're also not page builders. They just essentially allow you to create this little page right here. Not design the page or build the page. It's just a way for you to put multiple links on your Instagram profile or something like that, where you typically only get one link. I mean, you still only get one link, but that link leads to a very simple page that can have multiple links on it where you can redirect people to other places. So yeah, I see it as a perfect fit inside Link Wizard myself.
Are we still looking for cap products, or are you got those mapped out and you're thinking about your map product?
Right now, to be honest, I would, from my perspective right now, I'm still just worrying about acquiring customers. And, you know, the money will come in the long run. Money will come in the long run. We get enough users using our software and loving the software and enjoying the software. It's kind of like Russell Brunson, if you think about it. It's like the shit that he creates now, it doesn't have to even be that valuable because so many people have consumed his content and used his stuff that as soon as he releases the next thing, everybody's just going to go buy it because they're going to be like, oh, well, we love this, so let's just go buy their next thing. So we get enough people inside our softwares using our softwares, then the next thing that we release, they're just going to buy it up. They're just going to make an assumption right up from the beginning that it's probably as good as the softwares that we already know.
Okay. Yeah, that's helpful. That helps focus my thoughts as I'm considering what new products would be good, knowing that we're still looking at customer acquisition. Makes you think differently.
Well, for sure. The money acquisition, I've got plenty of plans for money acquisition. But the customer acquisition is always going to be key. And at the end of the day, even the customer acquisition products will always be able to go in and add extended features and functionalities to them and actually go in and make these real user roles where there's a path to upgrade. You can come into the customer acquisition product and use that for limited functionality. And then there's a path to upgrade to, more additional features and functionalities. We just haven't done that in our softwares yet because it wasn't merited based on the stage that our softwares were at. We'll begin to do it now as we begin to go in and actually do all the UI updates and everything in them. Harlan, what's up, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm doing. Where's that big old Cuban at?
Oh, yeah, right here, brother.
Got it.
When I come down there, I'll bring you a nice little case.
Right on.
So where's this ClickFunnels event at that everybody was talking about today?
It's in Memphis.
No,
Memphis?
Nashville.
Memphis.
Nashville, Memphis.
Yes.
Tennessee. It's in Tennessee.
Hey, I got a bunch of people I know there. A lot of rock
All right,
stars.
you guys going? Are you going, Kevin?
Everybody else is going. I got a nice check today from my other affiliate program, so I got plenty.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm flying in on February 18th. So, and I'll be there until the 27th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I figure if I'm going to go to Tennessee, I may as well check it out for a couple of days, right? So
Yeah,
I'm going to hang
those are
out.
5 points.
I don't know what I'm going to do. There's a national park apparently somewhere down there that I might go, or Graceland, but Graceland's super expensive. So I might just go check out one of the national parks for a day.
Groupons.
do a little tour at least. I haven't been to the States a whole lot, so.
Oh, yeah, they got the points where you can I think that's where the 5 points are at, where you can stand in all 5 states at once.
Oh, is that right? Well, there you go. Now I can go to 5 states. Perfect.
Who's all going? Looks like a bunch of people wanted to go now.
Well, there's about 3,500 people, I think, is how many tickets there are. It's just me from Canada. So there's some people down there. Catlin's going, so I plan on meeting up with him. And there's quite a few of my circle that are going. So I'm just going to run around and hug everybody until I find people I know.
Catlin will be there. I'm almost certain Spencer's going to be there. Spencer has his own like Spencer team that's coming. I'm pretty sure Kim's going to go there. She's not an inner circle partner, but she's a basic partner. I'm going. Hector's going. You're going.
Oh, so many people. We're going to run into a lot of people that are in the circle for sure.
I'm just going to network and hopefully take a picture with Russell and say, hey, let me back into your fucking Facebook group, man.
Are you not in there? Did you get booted? I got silenced at one point, and I still don't know why. I was silenced. It drove me crazy.
I know 100% why I got booted.
Why, did you drop a link?
Oh, no, I never drop links for my foul mouth because I cuss people out. Whenever people get slick with me, I tell them to go fuck themselves because I don't hold back.
Yeah, poor Russell is pretty Mormon. I don't think he tells a lot of people to go fuck themselves.
The other day, cussing people out.
What is it?
I said I seen a video the other day of him cussing people out, saying if you're too fucking cheap and you can't afford me, then fuck off. He's straight up like that. I was like, damn. He like you. It's like he was hanging out with you for a little bit or something.
I'm the same way. I just say what I feel, man. And if people, I don't have the type of personality where somebody's going to get slick with me and be an asshole to me and try to be condescending to me or be an asshole to me. That just puts me in who's a bigger asshole game, and I like to fucking win, so I'm going to win.
I think you got restricted because people found out that you're posting these pictures was to go fishing in the group. I mean, Kim Dang did the same thing like a couple of days later, and they just deleted her post. You know, and so they just realize that this is going on, and they regularly have this moderator meeting. And actually today there was a post in there by a gal, what's her name? Caitlin Johanna. She's actually 5 times in the 2 Comma Club, and they deleted her post, and she got angry, and so she posted it again, and they deleted it again. And then she said, let me try this a 3rd time. And then she killed some stuff in it, and she basically talked about toxic masculinity and about
the feminism thing.
And it was like, I read it and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. And then, you know, Julie Stoyan copied or commented on it, and I think they deleted it again. And so I think they're just trying to stop everything that goes on there that doesn't promote Russell or promote the ClickFunnels.
Yeah, it's hugely censored for sure from whatever they're doing.
You know, that's one of the major reasons why I don't have an FHL ticket yet, because I'm not sure I can stand that shit. You know, 15 years ago, you know, I never had the language that John has, but 15 years ago, I was in a group. If you go Google it, Y2 Marketing, Harlan probably has heard about it. Right?
No, you got to use attraction marketing. I mean, it takes more patience,
and
you catch more flies.
And I got so angry at one of these events. I'm not good at these rah-rah places. It's just, I can go off on a tangent so quickly, and so I'm like, okay, can I stand it?
I mean, it's good. You know, I think it's good if you want to network, you know, but, you know, basically other than that, it's really, you know, that's the values, the meeting the people, you know, that are actually maybe a few slots above you in doing, funnels and this type of thing, and they'll open up to you more in person than you would otherwise. And I've met people I've only met once, and I've had a relationship, friendships for 10 years, and we're very good friends, and I only met them one time, So it's I think it's a good point of reference to meet people.
That's the only reason I'm going. I mean, the way I look at it, you're in a room with 4,000 people who have all paid right at like $2,000 to go better themselves. So for me, that's an ideal client, because I know those people have money, they have disposable income, because clearly they've had to spend $2,000 just to go try to better themselves or just to network themselves. So it's like, the reason I don't have a coach, and I never hired a coach and I never hired a mentor, is because there's not much people can teach me, and even if somebody can teach me something, I'm probably not going to listen to them in the first place. So I don't need to go there to learn about their marketing stuff, because that shit's all posted over the internet anyways. I know how to use Google. I can just Google it and find it. But to me, it's like I'm in a room with 4,000 people. They all spent $2,000 to go there and try to learn something themselves. Those dudes got some money. So
I think, John, you may not be 100% correct on that. I work with these plastic surgery patients, and there's people that spend $15,000 on the tummy tuck, and that's all they have. And I would almost say that 80% of the people that are going to be at FHL overextended themselves, just paying those for that ticket. They're willing to spend more money, but having money, I'm not sure. There's going to be
how do you work a room like that
there?
When you want to shake the hands, what do you wear a sandwich board? You hand out business cards?
Put a fucking panda hat on, bro. Just put a panda hat on and be fucking weird.
Yeah, that's probably the most attention you could get if everybody showed up there with panda hats.
That's my plan, Gideon.
And I'm not a marketer t-shirt.
That's my plan. I'm just showing up with a panda hat, stinking like weed, and fucking I'm gonna go just hang out next to people. That's my whole plan. If they don't like it, fuck them. Like, you get as much publicity if people don't like you. I posted on my personal profile about that whole ordeal with me and Josh 40. All right, where I went to enroll in his social media class, and instantly, as soon as I enrolled, I paid $2,000 up front to get in his class. And before they even gave me any of the training material or would even allow me access to the members area, they told me I needed to go post a review in their group about the training course that I didn't have access to be able to get to the paid group that I just paid $2,000 to be in. And I was like, fuck that. That's stupid as fuck. Why would I do that? So he fucking booted me out. And anyways, I made a post about it on my personal Facebook page, got a lot of engagement on it. So guess what he did? He went in and copied my post and went into his group of 60,000 fucking people and posted in his group a copy of my fucking post, and I got like 300 friend requests that day. So, like, literally, I got 300 friend requests that day, and from that, like, all of the marketing that I do is just from my Facebook profile. From that, those fucking people who added me up, I just tell my assistant, fucking add those people up. My assistant just looks at everybody that adds me on Facebook. She just looks to see, make sure that they're not like, check out my sexy pics here, or have some shit about being Forex or Bitcoin people. And then as long as that's not true, then she just adds them up, and then they start seeing my content, and then they go buy shit. So I don't mind if people hate me on the internet, because if they hate me, they're going to talk about me, and then other people are going to be like, wow, there's this dude that has made such an impression on this guy that we should go check out.
Be like a car crash.
Harlan, why do you still have sun there? I thought you were in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Who, me?
Harlan.
No, Harlan.
Oh,
No, I'm in Costa Rica, not Puerto Rico.
But that's the same direction.
Yeah, but we're central. Right now it's 4:30 here.
Oh, because it's dark already here in Michigan. That's the most horrible thing about the Midwest. It's like dark all the time in wintertime.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no, it
God, I
gets-
lived in Scotland and it was like 4 hours of dark brightness.
Yeah, no, it stays
Um,
light till 5:30.
But Kevin, can we talk about your marine people a little bit more?
Sure, not a problem.
I'll be
I think if you really want to sell accounts and you want them to push it, you got to make sure that those guys where you give it away, they're using it. Because otherwise, just imagine I'd give you a piece of software and ask you to push it to your people. You wouldn't do that, and Sticky Review or even Link Wizard is something really good if you get them to use it that they like the stuff, but you got to make sure that they actually use it.
Well, but they're all presidents, and so they have they have anywhere from 20 to 100 people in their group. So when I showed them how they can automate their emails and texts to remind people about meetings or set up business appointments with it, they were all on board. Marines are a little bit easier. I don't know about the other branches. I'm also on the mayor's advisory board here for veterans here in Orlando. So our meetings, because it's the holidays for the last 2 months, I haven't been able to go in there and pitch it yet, but I walk into a room of 100 veterans and they're alone and they're all business owners as well. So those are people that, they have strong work ethic. They know how to get the job done. They're motivated and they can lead. So that's why my target has been that. Rock bands, because they need help too by booking. So I figured out a way to scrape bars and stuff to get them shows at venues right now. So I have 2 bands that are beta testing it in their area in New Orleans and in Texas right now. And then once that works, then I'm gonna. My best friend's the social media expert for Five Finger Death Punch. I'm really good friends with Non-Point, Raymond Hanley, a lot of the big rock bands. I know them for a long, long time. I used to be a tour manager too, so that helps a little bit. I have lots of friends in that industry, and once I can tap into that industry, then between the military and the rock industry and bars, it's golden.
I'm going for the automotive myself, but I'm having a little bit of pushback, so I might have to switch. A lot of their CRMs do similar to text and bulk, so but I think I'm going to end up making a strategy as an agency more so than just selling the software, because they have it but they're not using it. So I think I'm just going to switch the table a little bit and say, hey, I can use it and I have it, and see if I can structure it more agency wise, if I can get it, because that's what I know is the car business. That's my most prominent niche. So
yeah, they're in real estate. That's another huge one. I got a bunch of military that are real estate agents now as well.
Kevin, check out.
Real estate has Lion Desk, and I've already run into that. But that's why I had this idea with Just Sold funnel, because I work with somebody who's working on a real estate course, and I think the key to selling to those niches is that you have a feature that makes something really simple. That's why I was so excited about this restaurant thing, because there's so many salespeople out there that have been displaced. Newspaper ads, radio ads, phone book ads, they can't do technology. And if you make it easy for them to sell a product, I think they could go out and just push, a very small, even dumbed down version of a piece of software that would solve one single problem. And if you give them a good piece of commission, they're out there selling it, and that could be large numbers. And I mean really large numbers. There's I used to be pretty big in radio here in Michigan, and it's like 20 people a week want to talk to me about their piddly radio station somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And it's really, there's a lot of people that have been displaced by this move in social media advertising, and they don't know technology.
Yeah, car business is a lot like that. A lot of those guys don't even know how to turn on their computers. So 2019, that's when I'm going to go out and talk to them.
Well, a
And see,
couple.
that's the nice thing about texting. You know, pull out your phone and text something to a number. Every doofus can do that.
A couple of things. One, Kevin, if you check that link that I put in the Zoom chat, that's Andrew O'Brien. He's a PR specialist who runs PR campaigns for Russell Brunson, for Frank Kern, for Dean Goss.
Holland, that's who's my mentor. No.
What?
I said Dean Holland's my mentor. That's the guy I want to bring in for one of our meetings one time.
Dean Ghazi. It's Dean Ghazi. He does all the real estate stuff. So anyways, he does all their PR. Got video reviews for all of them. He runs a group, a pretty big group called Vetpreneurs. So he's a Marine himself. He's an ex-Marine himself. He's a vet himself.
Perfect.
All right.
No ex-Marine, brother. Never an ex-Marine.
He's a former Marine. He is a Marine that is no longer actively killing people. So he's no longer actively blowing people up. All right. But he's getting us featured. He's getting me and Tier 5 featured on Forbes and Entrepreneur in the second quarter of 2019. He actually has a white labeled version of Link Wizard that he is promoting just to his group of military vets, of people that are vets, his vetpreneurs. All right. So you may hook up with him because you guys will probably get along and have good connections with him. He could probably help you out with a lot of different stuff. Like I said, he does PR is what he does for a living. And then for Marie, you and Joe, whenever you're talking about this real estate stuff, Joe, maybe you don't know that, but if you don't know, you should know that we have this. All right, this is a custom version of.
Yeah. You already showed this. You also posted the Facebook page somewhere. I'm yet to show this to Belladonna. I want to set up the affiliate relationship there first, because her course is a great course. If you look at that, man, you spend so much time on it. It's unbelievable.
My point isn't necessarily, hey, go sell this. My point is, we've got 30 engineers that work for us. Any of these softwares, if they need us to go in and say, okay, hey, you guys that are realtors, you have this thing that you use, and this is what all you guys use. You guys that are car dealers, you guys have this thing that you use, and that's all that you guys use. Why is that? Okay, well, let's take any of these softwares. It don't take much to go in and actually take this software, put it on a different domain, use a different logo, and then start modifying it to be exactly what those people actually need, and then done. If you can get an audience with those guys, there's nothing that actually stops us from going in and saying, okay, you're using this thing because of these reasons. Well, let's just go in and take what we have right now, use it as a base, and then make custom modifications to it so that it works. We did the same, started doing the same. We didn't finish it because those guys decided they didn't want to pay for it. But we started doing the same for the car dealer industry already, where it was text in bulk, and it literally actually tied into, I can't remember the name of the mortgage, not the mortgage company, but the finance company that does all the financing for the credit apps. So it would literally, they would get the leads. Once they got the leads, they would fill out the credit app inside text in bulk, and they would click a button, and that would send it out to the financer, who would go review the credit app. And then based on their decision, they would hit a button, and it would send data back to text in bulk to let them know if that credit app was approved or if it wasn't approved. So any of these softwares, we can go in and just modify them to meet any of these niches, whatever they specifically need or whatever they specifically want. There's nothing that stops us from doing that, other than you guys having an audience with a client that size that gives the merit that, okay, we're going to go in and spend, like for this custom version of text in bulk for the realtors, we literally spent 800, 900, maybe 1,000 hours modifying text in bulk to tie in directly with the MLS. It's a lot of fucking dev work. 1,000 hours is a lot of dev work. It's half a year of work for a single developer. For the car dealership app, we had about 1,700 hours scheduled for that, and we only did like 400 before they decided, you know, we'll just rather use our spreadsheets or whatever the fuck they do right now. So if you guys have the audience and it's a client that can come in, like my whole plan with this Galver thing was get them to pay for it, get them to actually pay for the modifications. They would have their own white labeled versions for themselves. But now we can take the same thing and we can market to every other, because this was for the actual association. This wasn't for a firm. This was for the entire Greater Las Vegas Realtor Association. They got over 14,000 realtors in their association. So our plan was they pay for it. We give them a low price. They pay for the development. And then we just essentially host it for them. They have their own white labeled version. And now all we literally kind of have to do is change a logo and make a little bit of modification, because every realtor association has a different structure for the MLS because they still don't understand standardized data for some reason. But we can do the same thing with any of these other niche products. We can take any product that we have, we can modify it to fit a specific niche, especially if we have a client who's going to be on the hook for that or is going to want to sign some contract to have that. And then once we have that, then you can go off and target everybody else in the same industry.
So are you saying there is a possibility that you could take that Las Vegas thing and just rebadge it and we'll go to Salt Lake City?
For sure.
No, I mean seriously, because if you can give me an account where I can demonstrate it, Belladonna is the largest Century 21 brokerage in the country that she runs. She has 800 agents. Yeah. And, you know, if I can demo it and, you know, I understand what it's doing, you know, we could get that into Salt Lake City pretty quickly.
For sure. I mean, we can use our developer resources to literally do anything. It just has to merit, you know, like these guys that we did. So when we did this stuff for Galver, we worked with a company called i2net. They were the company that got mad the most whenever I fired them, because we had been working with them for 32 months. I've worked with them as a client. They do everything for the Greater Las Vegas Realtor Association. They manage their servers. They do literally every application that they have, and they would just always outsource it to us. So whenever we did it, though, that was our plan with i2net. Is first we're going to get it into Galver. We're going to launch it into Galver, and then once it's implemented into Galver, we're going to take it to every brokerage firm that doesn't belong to that Greater Las Vegas Realtor Association. We're going to take it to all those brokerage firms, and we're going to take it to all these other associations, and then switch out the logo. Some work, some modification needs to be done, obviously, for the MLS integration, because like I said, that data is not standardized. They don't even have like standard wrapper classes to be able to access their databases, and all the data is in different formats. So there's going to be some minor overhead that has to go in and do that. And that was the plan. But then Galver, they just essentially, it was their election. They changed presidents, and the president decided that instead of spending $120,000, which was the cost from our side, so I'm assuming that my client marked that up to probably $500,000. Instead of doing that, they wanted to go in and dump like $20 million into a new facility, into a new facility. So for sure, as long as there's a merit, like, hey, if we spend this 500 hours, or if we spend this 1,000 hours, it's not just going to be something like this Las Vegas Realtor site, it's just sitting there not getting used at all. So I mean, we did get paid for it, but it's just a sunk cost for them. It's not getting used. As long as we're not doing that and just creating stuff because we think this could happen, and we go spend 1,000 hours and then nothing comes of it, then for sure we can do it. We can do whatever we want with our dev time.
Hey John, have you thought about that? Remember that Track My Subs little app?
One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about during this meeting.
Yeah.
So, and I guess we could just talk about it now. One of the things that we want to do, all right, so I'm not sure if you guys know or not. You should know because I've said it several times. I want to try to bring in like 30 more partners at the $500 a month level, so that we can finance some of the plans that we actually have for this next coming year that will really help us. We want to bring in 2 or 3 very senior, like I'm talking about guys that in the US, these guys are going to get $250,000 to $400,000 a year salary. Those types of people that are very, very senior people in the technology game. All right. Senior level architects, the type of people that actually architect the data structure for Facebook, the type of people that architect, the networking for Cisco, those types of people that are game changers for a company. All right. So those guys obviously don't cost us $250,000 a year. Those guys, from our perspective, they cost between $2,500 to $4,000 a month is what those guys end up costing for people at that level over here in India. Very, very high caliber resources. And then we have an office expansion that we're going to need to be able to do at the end of the year. All right. So we got 3,500 square feet right now. I could bring in maybe four more developers before bringing in another developer actually decreases my production because of how congested my employees get. If I don't give them enough space to be free and have movement space and keep congesting them, then bringing in another employee is actually going to demotivate everybody else and make them less productive. So sometime next year, we're going to have to increase office size if we want to bring in more employees. Now, we talked in the last Inner Circle meeting about a lot of Inner Circle people wanting for us to actually provide like a managed VA service to help you with all things related to Tier 5, and you can just dump off your tasks to VAs that we house. We got to bring in a support staff to be able to actually start supporting everybody once they get into the software. So for that, we need to actually have a little bit more space. So that's why I want to bring in like 30 more Inner Circle partners to be able to finance all that and still be able to have a cushion of extra money that we can be saving up so that once it's time, we have money saved up to start dumping into ad spend to start acquiring customers. All right. And plus, obviously, I'm sure you guys know in a business, you want to have reserves in case shit hits the fan. You want to have working capital, and we have working capital. But to be honest, I don't feel that in this partnership where we're working together, that the working capital that Tier 5 has for a rainy day should come out of my personal bank account. I just don't think that's fucking right because that's my working capital for a rainy day in case some fucking thunderstorm hits my head. All right. So all those things we kind of need for that. I want to bring in like 30 new Inner Circle partners at the $500 level. Talked about actually doing a promotion with you guys where we'd have like a winner. We'll either fly you guys out to India, let you guys hang out in India, sponsor the trip, or I'll fly to your house. But for the promotion, like in order to, one of the things we were thinking about doing to be able to rapidly get these extra people is coming up with a concept called 5 days with Tier 5 or 1 week with Tier 5. And what we would do, what that means is for one entire week, the entire Tier 5 office will stop working on everything. We won't work on anything but a concept. We would allow partners and maybe even, maybe even have you guys post on Facebook to get ideals from people. And then we would evaluate those ideals. We're obviously going to screen them and look at them to see what things could we actually accomplish so we don't set an unrealistic goal. And we would go literally from nothing but a concept, from zero, nothing but an idea on a concept, to a fully developed software that's released with users in it in 1 week with our company to kind of show people and get people to understand what type of power that we have to be able to really create software over there. So I was thinking myself, like one of my ideals on a sustainable ideal that could actually be created in those 5 days is something like King Sumo, like a viral loop type of thing. I think that Track My Subs as well could probably be one of those things. Because when we talk 5 days, we're talking about having 20 engineers, balls to the wall, going and working. So those 5 days are literally like 100 days of programming that we're going to accomplish. Now, it's not going to be that effective to go in and have 20 people all work on the same thing. So we're going to have a little de-efficiency, but we're still looking at like 2 months worth of 3 months worth of overall development we'll be able to accomplish in that 1 week. So I think Track My Subs would be also a candidate for 1 week with Tier 5. And then my plan was just to essentially like document the thing and use that as one of the promotional materials to attract the rest of the partners in case you guys aren't able to get them all yourselves.
Hey, John, what do you think about this, bro?
Yes, Mateo.
You want this? You want me to send this to you?
Yes, mail me that, bro.
You got a bear paw?
Yes, bro. Mail me that.
All right, it's on. I got you, bro.
Mail me that. I'll give you another list of a couple other things. What state you live in, Mateo? Tell you if I got other stuff to add to my list.
I'm in Ohio, bro. I'm in Orlando right now, though.
Nah. If you would have said Washington or Oregon or Cali or something, I would have given you an extra list.
Oh, yeah, I know. You would have got me in trouble.
I'm in Cali, John. I got what you need, buddy.
Yeah, but do you mind mailing it? That's the question. Do you mind mailing it?
I'm mailing to Nashville.
This call is being recorded for quality assurance.
Just put it in peanut butter. That's all you got to do. Peanut butter.
I use deodorant is what I do. Because every time I travel, whether it's the U.S. or Amsterdam, I always smuggle back like an ounce with me or 2 ounces with me. Every time I ever do it, and it's always
you know, John, that if you fly and you land in Singapore with that ounce, they're gonna chop your head off, right?
Death penalty. Yes, I know. I never get routed through those crazy.
Okay, just be careful.
Yeah, Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand, they're all like that. And I think Indonesia's done it now too. I think Indonesia's also one of the will kill you.
Malaysia.
Except for there's 2 islands in Indonesia. The Gili Islands. The Gili Islands are the no Indonesians, no cops are allowed in the Gili Islands. It's the party islands.
Is weed legal in Tennessee?
No, it's definitely big time not legal. Jail time, not chop your head off, but yeah.
Yeah, I actually, I get sick from that stuff, so I've never tried it. I don't know. I tried it once.
Probably because you were too
like
drunk.
30 years ago.
It's come a long
Yeah,
way,
it's come a
Joe.
long way since then.
I don't smoke, I eat it, so
Same.
I'll be taking some olive oil with me.
It's kind
So
of.
what about the paperwork and all this,
Some of
John?
these things are really kind of crazy when you think about it. 3 years ago we were in Mesa Verde in Colorado, and it was legal for the state, but as soon as you went into the national park, they had this big sign, "Don't carry it in."
Matthew, you're looking awesome.
You're looking great, bro.
You're looking great.
I gotta have that. That's my new marketing gear, man.
Thank you. You're far too kind.
Brian, you gotta send us like 30 of those. I'm gonna make all the engineers wear those one day and shoot a Facebook ad.
Hey, that'll go viral, bro.
As a Canadian, I would probably wear that daily, to be honest. It's it's pretty freaking cold here.
Well, you seen Kim did it the other day. I said, "You guys gonna start a hack group now?" In her webinar, she was wearing one.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Did you hear my question there, John, about the whole legal paperwork and all that jazz? Is that something that's still in the works?
Pending, yeah. Like I said in the last meeting, it is in the works. Most likely, it won't be done until I'm back from the U.S. in February.
Okay.
I just actually talked to 3 lawyers again today about it. So
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, but something
it is for sure all in the works. And you will be getting it. Trust me.
Okay, it's all good.
Just trust me.
Oh yeah.
Just have to trust me.
In that hat, how could you not?
It's coming.
Well, guys,
and John, Andrew's Army, not Marine.
Joe, are you riding around with a shotgun, Joe? He looks like he's riding around with a shotgun.
I don't know.
In the truck.
Polar bear.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely got a shotgun in there. It's in a cage.
You don't go in there? I don't know.
So what else, boys and girls?
Cruiser.
What's this? Oh.
Anything else you guys want to talk about while we're here?
Are we still in the works to get those VAs?
Yeah, but like I said, that's gonna take some time to get set up.
Till
That's gonna
February.
be an ordeal. I actually just had a recruiter in my office today to try to bring in another manpower, just a headhunter that can kind of alleviate, because right now my HR is she's doing the recruitment, but she's also doing all the general facilities management stuff, managing the petty cash. She manages finances, all that stuff. So yeah, that's still on the plan. It's just that's kind of probably going to be like also a couple months ordeal to get people in and build up the team of VAs and be able to throw them out to you guys. But yes, I haven't forgot about it. I just have not actively started recruiting them yet because I still have all her manpower. Like I said, she kind of plays a double role, and I still have her. I still have her hunting other engineers because I need a couple more engineers right now.
Right. I mean, I got a personal assistant out of the Philippines. She said she worked 50 hours a week for $250. So you can't beat that. And she's starting to learn the software for me. She's starting to help get everything set up for me. So I can also
How much
help
is
out.
it? You said
$250 for 50 hours a week.
well, you can't beat that. So
No,
you can't. I said you can beat that.
Oh, you can beat that?
For sure. My assistant cost me $300 a month.
Oh shit.
That beats it. That beats it right there. Just beat it.
Yeah. Well, mine's doing my word pressing and freaking doing my websites and all that. So I have 3 websites.
Play it, George.
Because we got the Roku coming. We'll have the Tier 5 channel up as soon as Roku comes back from Christmas break. They shut it down. I couldn't add it, but it's ready to go.
Right on. Simon, you asked if I plan to advertise at Tier 5 where I pass leads generated from that to Tier 5 partners. No. So if I'm going to if I spend my personal advertising stuff, I'm not going to spend my ad money and give you guys nothing. If I spend partner money, which, just to be clear and transparent, I consider partner money mine. So I consider your partner fees, I consider that my money. It's the money that I need to actually run our company. So if I use that money for advertisement, that money, those people who actually sign up, they're going to sign up to softwares under the Tier 5 partnership. And I'm not going to pass you guys any leads. They're just going to be signing up to the softwares, and then you guys will eventually get revenue shares from that. I mean, obviously, like the first 2 or 3 users I get to sign up from the ads, I'm not going to redistribute you. I'm not going to send you guys like a check for like a penny or anything like that, but it will pay off to you as we get more and more users. But no, I don't have any plan on. I don't have any plan on advertising as Tier 5 and then sending you guys leads. So far to this day, I've never advertised as Tier 5. I don't run any ads as Tier 5. If I run ads, I always run them under my personal brand. So hopefully that answers your question, B.
So are some of the kings of the affiliate world, like Rachel and Catlin, are they bringing people in under like the Tier 5 so that the revenue is getting pumped up, or are they doing their own thing? Well,
hell no. They're doing just like every other Tier 5 partner is. They're adding their own accounts. They're keeping the revenue. Yeah, I mean, why would they do anything different than what anybody else is doing?
So is there a change that's going to come with that eventually, or is that going to remain? Maybe I just don't understand enough how we're going to make money as a company.
Sure, Marie. You guys only have you and all partners only have access unlimited access to current software offerings. The software offerings that we build together under this partnership, you guys are going to get personal accounts for yourself. And we may decide that you guys are going to get like 5 or 10 accounts that you can give to like your closest little people, but that's it. You guys aren't going to have unlimited accounts. You guys, those new softwares that we build together as a partner in this partnership model, like right now we haven't built any software as a partner. I've let you guys come in as partners and take advantage of all the software we've been building for the last 3 years on our own. All right. Now, as a partnership together, we're going to build new software. All right. We're going to take some time. We're going to take some time and perfect the softwares that we have right now, give them a better UI and make them better softwares so that you guys can sell them for more money, so that they add more value to you guys and your guys' brand. And guys can do that on an unlimited basis to boost your own revenue right now. Now, after we get all that kind of lined out and squared away, we're going to essentially create new softwares together under this partnership. Now, whenever we create that new software under this partnership, you guys will get accounts so that you can use them for yourself, but that's it. You're not going to have unlimited accounts that you can just sell for whatever price that you want. All right. Most likely those new softwares, you won't even get affiliate commissions on, most likely, because we don't need affiliates at that point, because for the next 6 to 8 months, my goal is hopefully that you guys are out there getting as many people as you can in our current software offerings, so that after 8 or 9 months, once we release our next software that's built as a partnership, we already got 100,000 users in all our different softwares because you guys have dumped them in. All right. So now we got 100,000 users that we can market our next software offering to, that can come in and buy our next software offering. And we just do this over and over again. All right. So part of the plan is some of the softwares that we build under the partnership, you guys will get unlimited accounts to. Those things are called CAPs. They're customer acquisition products. They're not softwares like RoboContact. They're not softwares like Text in Bulk. They're softwares that are more kind of like sticky reviews. All right. There are softwares that take us maybe sticky reviews. I had one developer build that in 4 months. All right. Not an expensive software. From my perspective, that software cost me $6,000 to build. Sticky reviews cost me $6,000 to build. Not an expensive software. All right. Pretty cheap fucking software. So now so sticky reviews would be considered a cap. We'll probably build several more caps. We'll probably get you guys up where you have like 10 or 12 different softwares at your disposal, where you have unlimited accounts that you can sell them or you can give them away in your own offerings. From our perspective, we just want you acquiring customers with those caps. That's why they're called caps. They're customer acquisition products. Then we have another concept called a MAP, a money acquisition product. All right. So you funnel users into the caps to increase your own brand. Like if you look what Spencer's doing, Spencer literally is using sticky reviews to get a shit ton of engagement in his group, which really helps him out a lot, all right? So that's great for us. He's happy, he's getting a benefit out of it. He's putting a bunch of users into the software for us. Now guess what? That user is gonna use the software for some time. They're gonna see tier 5, they're gonna enjoy the software. At any time, we can just add a pop-up in the software that's like, hey, so as soon as they log in, it's like, hey, check out our new software that we just launched. That's our map. That's the software that we create together. They go buy that software. Nobody gets affiliate commission on that, because that is all tier 5 revenue, and that's what's going to get redistributed back to all the partners.
Yeah, and that makes absolute sense to do it that way. You know, and one thing that we need to make sure too is that on these cap softwares that people feel good about it.
For sure.
I can give you my own example. You know, the software that I'm going live with tomorrow morning, it's already scheduled. The video is in there. It's called Social Kickstart. It's made by, I think, Mark Thompson and Matt Callum. And every time I buy a piece of software from those guys, I feel like I'm not getting stuck up with anything, because they continue supporting it, even though they have like lifetime deals. And they're doing that with the intention that at a certain point they'll come up with something and I'll jump on it, even though it's not a lifetime deal.
For sure.
And, you know, one thing that I have to say is I'm totally amazed how good your support is at this point. I mean, if you are used to ClickFunnels support, it sucks.
That's my
I
wife.
mean, it sucks big time. And your support, you know, yeah, there is like a couple of hours of delay, and it's unbelievable. It's like unbelievable that they just go and just do it.
It's my wife. My wife does most of the support, but we've got support guys coming in. That's one of the roles that we're recruiting is to have technical support guys to be there all the time to actually handle support. So that's one of the reasons that we're going to go in and actually, that's why we're redesigning all these products and making them look so much better, is so that whenever you guys, even though you're giving them away for free or selling them, we want them to look good, because our plan is to take these customers that are in these softwares and get them to buy our other softwares as well when they come out. So we want them to love all our softwares and not think, we want them to think when we tell them, hey, we got a new software, they're like, fuck, let's go see it. It's probably awesome. Let's just buy it right now. That's what we want to build. Don't worry, Marie, it's well thought out. So plan I've been
I
thinking
trust
about
you guys.
for years. Well thought out.
I trust you. Who's there?
Don D.
Now, one thing that I want to ask, you know, and I know this stuff here is somehow public because it's just laying around in your YouTube account. But what's your contingency plan for partners dropping off? Because when I hear somebody, you know, that gets a lot of posts and stuff and then starts being annoyed by that, not selling something, I'm like, okay, that's a guy that in 2 months, unless there's money coming in, is going to drop off.
Well, my contingency plan is, as people drop off, to go back and try to recruit them as needed. So just replacing them is my only contingency plan. So to be honest, I feel like I got all you guys. So I mean, I didn't get all you guys, but 70% of the people in the partnership are people that I brought in. So my contingency plan is that, but this is my contingency plan for people dropping off. I'm just going to go in, and first I'm going to tell my partners, just like I've told you just now, look, I want to bring in 30 more. I want to bring in 30 more partners. You guys want to go get them for me? Let me go build some software. I'm going to look, I'm going to watch my thing and see if I got any. And if I didn't get any, then I'm going to wait and give you guys some time. And once I get sick and tired of waiting on you guys to do what I need you guys to do, then I'm going to say, fuck it. And I'm going to go out and do it. So I am my contingency plan. If people drop off, then I'm just going to go get new people. If you were looking for a better plan than that, I don't have an insurance plan. I'm my insurance plan. I just plan if as people, now that's one of the reasons I let the partnership get overfunded and let more partners than needed come into the partnership, so that I didn't have to worry about people dropping off at the beginning. That's another reason.
Well, there's two sides. There's two sides to that issue, right? You know, there is just the technical side, and you're a technical person, I'm a technical person, but there's also an emotional side to it. You know, if you see 20 partners drop off, you know, and you ask yourself why, you know, that's what I mean by contingency plan. You know, why would somebody do that? You know, that's what I mean about it. You know, it's more of a gut feel thing than okay, you know, we can replace them.
For sure, I don't know what would happen. I mean, I don't know what would happen if 20 people dropped off all at once. That's why you see me so active in the group, trying to figure out where everybody's at with everything, how everybody's feeling with everything. If people need help, that's why I give so much of my time to try to help everybody where this isn't costing them money. So there is no reason for people to drop off. So I don't have any other real contingency plan other than, as partners drop off, to go out and try to get new partners to come in and make and spend enough of my time with you guys. Like, why do we have these meetings? If you look, we do talk about productive stuff in here, but the main reason, to be transparent, the main reason that I have these meetings is because it creates value for you guys. You know, the bonds that you create here, the people that you interact with, the experience that you have here during these meetings, it indoctrinates you to want to stick this thing out, to want to, even if you don't make money at all, to keep being here because you feel, you know, hey, I'm getting some value. Maybe I'm not getting money, but maybe I'm not making any money, but I am definitely getting value for that money that I'm spending. So
yeah, see, if I am straight, I don't like that you use all these words, but I don't really care. But you know, sometimes I just have to be careful because I don't want to tell you don't do that. You know, I probably have a little bit more life experience than you do. But, you know, there is no possibility. You know, I'm 50, you're 30, right? You know, you got to learn that yourself, that sometimes it's better to just shut up or say something different. But, you know, man, you got to learn that. And in 20 years, you're going to talk like me. Because I was like you, maybe not with the language, but the same attitude.
For sure, and I get that. And you guys should never feel like you can't approach me and tell me something. I can't guarantee you 100% what my response is going to be. I can't guarantee you that I'm going to open my mouth and rainbows and butterflies are going to start flying out of my mouth, you know. But you should always be able to feel that you can be honest with me and tell me what you actually think, because I would always do the same. I would definitely always do the same to you. But I get that a lot, and it's something that to some extent I try to work on. It's a battle that I have. Like, do I want to work on this professionalism, or do I just want to be myself?
Well, that's the question. What is yourself, right? You know, I have always liked to work with engineers that don't do stuff that they don't want to do. You know, it's heaven because you know exactly where you're at, right? You know, if somebody just says what they think, you are exactly where you're at. You don't have to mess around with any of that psychological stuff, you know. And that's what I've always liked about the small company IC House. You know, when we were 35 employees, I liked that. You know, I went to the US when we were 165 because I couldn't stand it anymore not to understand everybody. You know, and then, you know, right now it's 320 employees. I don't even want to go there, you know, because I always have to be friendly.
I don't mind being friendly. I try to be friendly. I try to be friendly for the most part. I just got a foul mouth. I can censor my mouth too. I'm pretty censored a lot of times. I mean, I can censor my mouth. It's not actually a problem for me.
If you ever show up in a suit, I'm gonna start clapping.
I've like literally, you can check my Facebook profile. Like, I've got pictures of me wearing like dress clothes and a tie. Like, I can't do that, and I have been known to do that, and I actually clean up really nicely whenever I decide to wear all dress clothes. It's just not.
He's not talking about dressing. He's talking about your like.
No, he said it. He said if I ever showed up in a suit, he would love it. He was just gonna applaud me.
No. I'm not saying I would love it. I would start clapping.
Wear the suit in the panda hat.
Can't beat that.
Dude, that is the best. The suit and the panda hat, that is that's the most serious I could ever take you.
Man. White tux, black shirt, panda hat.
Dude, that would be legit. Black tie. Oh, that's how you should come to ClickFunnels, dude.
Done.
Come to Funnel Hacking Live that way. Oh my God.
And I'm gonna wear house slippers too. I'm gonna wear panda hat, white tux, black shirt, fluffy house slippers, like pink fluffy house slippers.
You're surely gonna get a peek with Russian. Russian is going to be flattered by seeing you most unique dressed.
That is
might give
legit.
you an award also.
Hey, I can vouch for John because there was something he was saying that I didn't care for. I talked to him personally, and not once since then did he ever say it again. So he definitely knows how to turn it off. And I do appreciate it.
I can't say.
it in the chat.
And that's
We
it.
could,
That's
we
cheating.
dying to know.
This
Dude,
is in
America was
context.
born on Jerry Springer, dude. We gotta know.
We could say it in context. He was saying if you don't like my software, you can go kill yourself.
Oh yeah.
And my
So we
brother
can say-
killed himself 3 years ago, and I asked him
Oh,
if
yeah.
he could not say that.
That's good. Yeah, that one's
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I wonder if it could be replaced with "Go fuck yourself."
That works perfect.
Yeah. Hey, you know the old 7-Up commercials? Those are my favorite. It's like, make 7-Up yours. Aha! You can be like, if you don't chew Big Red, fuck you. We can be like Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
BIC, you got a question in there if the UI UX is going to have the same look and feel across all the softwares? Not really. So they're all being done by the same UI UX designer, but no, they're not necessarily all just going to have the same icons and the same look and feel. I don't see any real reason to have them all look exactly the same or use the same color palettes and stuff like that. Actually, our plan is to design like 5 different versions of each software and then allow users to pick how they want it to look and allow users to, if they don't like design 1, let them pick design 2 and let them fully customize whatever. If they don't like our color scheme, don't use it. I mean, from our perspective, you're the user. You're the one that got to look at the software all day long. You're the one in there looking at it all day long. So if I make something blue and you don't like blue, you're not going to use my software because you hate blue. So every time you go in and look at it, you're going to hate it. If you don't like the layout that we've designed and we think it looks awesome, you're going to hate the software. So why lose you as a customer? I'm going to give you like 5 or 6 different designs you can pick from. We're going to let you completely customize the color scheme in your dashboard so that the software can look how you want it to look like. From the same principle, like if you think most softwares that are out there, they let you upload your profile picture. Why? Is it because it's needed? Is it because that somehow fucking helps you to see your own picture in the software? Does that make it more usable? No. It's because you get to add your own little personality there and you feel a connection now with that software because you get to add your own little personality. So we want to do the same thing with the design. We're doing this first version of the design just to make them look prettier, where they look like they were designed by a professional as opposed to a child like they do now. And then as soon as we launch those, we're going to go back through and iterate and create multiple designs for each and every software. And then we'll just let the users pick what design they want and what color scheme that they want, so that if they don't like our color scheme, a user will leave. A user will go and leave a software just because they don't like the color of it, and another software they like how it looks better. A user will use a lesser product just because they like the aesthetics better. And so we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to go in and be like, yo, there you go.
Out of that number of partners, do we have a number of paying software, say, for 2019?
Not right now. B, you said other than number of paying partners, do we have a number of paying software seats for 2019?
Not right now.
No, because to be honest, we're not. To be honest, right now we're not. I personally, right now, for the next year, I'm not focused on getting anybody to really pay us right now as tier 5. I would like you guys to make money and have people paying you, but our concern isn't really right now getting paying users. Our concern is making a splash. All right, like look at Amazon. Look at Amazon. Amazon's a $100 billion a year company, and for the first 7 years they lost money. For the first 7 years, they lost money. Why? Because look, you've got options, all right? You got an option where you can go from 100,000 to 200,000 to 300,000 to 400,000 to 500,000 to $1 million to $1.5 million to $2 million. That's one option, to grow like that. Or that's what most businesses take. They take that option. Or you can go the Amazon route where you go 0, 0, 0, 0, 50 million, 100 million, 1 billion. All right. That was the route that they took. They lost money. They kept losing money. Why? Because they wanted to get as many people as possible. Think about it, all right? Think about text and bulk. I let you in that software. I don't charge you anything. I'll let you in that software 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. All right. I keep up with the competition. No one has more features than us. I keep up with the competition, but now you got a year worth of data inside there. Guess what? Now I charge you. Are you going anywhere? Nope. Why? You can't. Your data's there. You done learn how to use this software. You already have a year. You have a year of your time invested in this software. You're going to leave? No, you're not going to leave. So what? It's been free for a year. Now it costs you money. Well, you got a year worth of data. You got a year worth of your time. You already know how to use the damn thing. You're going to have to, what's your other option? You're going to leave. Whenever you leave, you're still going to have to go pay somebody else for the service because ain't nobody else going to give it to you for free. You're going to lose all your data. You're going to have to relearn a whole new software, and you just lost a year of your time. All right. So right now it doesn't make sense to really focus on let's get people to pay us money. Let's get people to pay us money. Let's get people to pay us money. We don't need that. We don't need that. Why? Because we got you. All right. Now you need that. You guys need some money. So go make your money. We as a company, we don't need that right now. What we need is we need to establish ourselves as a brand and as a leader in the market. That's what we need. We need people to understand that Tier 5 produces amazing fucking software that really helps their business and just acquire those people. And then once we acquire enough of those people, then guess what? When we launch a new software, we can be like, look, this one costs money. You guys got to pay for this. And then we can actually worry about getting that money in. So right now, no, I don't have a number of how many paying software users we're going to have in 2019, nor to me is that really a high priority in thinking about right now. I think from my perspective, it's too early to really think about that. I personally think that the companies that really fail, that's what they focus on. They focus on how can we make money? How can we make money? How can we make money? All right. You got your companies like Amazon and these big conglomerates, and they have money. All right. They get investors, they get people to dish money out because they get people who understand like the money will come. It will come. It's not a short-term play. If you think of a short-term play, you get short-term money. That's why I like to look at Amazon because they didn't think of why are they so huge? Because they didn't think about a short-term play. If they would have thought about short-term play, it would be short-term. Like, you know how much money they make? You know how much money they make from their web services? You know how much money they make from their web services? They make about $20 billion a year from their web services. All right. Do you know that you can go to their web services and you can get free servers? It doesn't cost you anything. You can deploy your entire application for free. And they lost money after money after money after money. Why? Because they looked at the long-term play because they didn't want short-term money. They didn't want $1 million a year, $2 million a year. They wanted to be able to make $20 billion a year. To do that, they had to lose a whole bunch of money.
You're looking at my Dropbox right now?
Yeah.
See, Josh Forty and Arna are in the same boat. They never made $1 million.
Yeah, but you also posted your bank. He said, I talked to someone who has just over $1 million cash in the bank in their business.
Hey, John.
What's up, Michael?
How you going, buddy?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Yeah, very well. On the question of the software company as a whole, right? Who do you think we compare to? I mean, like you've got 6 suite of software, right? And the long-term goal is to build many different types of software. How do you compare that to just being like a sales source where they've just got one? What's the game plan there? Like, who is our main competition and how are we going to combat that to be long-term growth? Because for one point of view, you're talking about comparing ourselves to Amazon. I mean, they've got millions and millions of investors, right? And multiple funding rounds. So to grow to the level, I understand that there's going to be years of what's the word? No profits, or it's going to be put back all into the company. What's the company as a whole's long-term play with that?
I'm not sure if 100% if I'm following your question.
Okay, so first of all, who's our competition? Who are we trying to be like? Or what's the end goal, so to speak? I mean, does it make sense what I'm trying to ask? Like, what's the 5-year plan, so to speak?
So for me, from my perspective, the 5-year plan is to build a bunch of badass software. That's my perspective, to build software that can help entrepreneurs, the small guys, not the big guys, but to help the small fish in the game, because there's a lot more of those small fish than there are any big fish out there. So who's our competition? Well, because of the fact that we have so many different softwares, we have a lot of different competition because we're competing in a lot of different markets. Who's out there like us, like a who's out there like us, like direct competition, who's like us? I don't know of anybody.
Nobody.
I would say like our closest people are going to be AppSumo, but AppSumo doesn't create software. They're just a curator of deals. So, but they make a lot of money doing that. But they're just literally a curator of deals. They don't build any of their own softwares. Most SaaS companies that would be our competitors, they're not software firms. They hire software firms. Like most SaaS companies out there, there's some SaaS companies that are bootstrapped and their founders are software developers. All right. But most SaaS companies out there, they're not software development firms. They're companies that have some money and they go hire somebody like us to build them some software. That's what we've done for the last 3 years. For the last 3 years, people have came to us, they've hired us, and we've built them their SaaS software. They don't have development teams.
That's why they have one particular software to like ClickFunnels. They have one particular software that they're proud of and that they market.
ClickFunnels also
hired by, yeah, they
ClickFunnels also hires developers. They hire a company. They don't have a whole bunch of in-house developers. They have some for support, but most of their development comes from hiring a development company. They're not a development company.
All right. Yeah, I just want to compare, for example.
As in company, if you're asking, then yeah, I mean, I don't think that we have like, as in tier 5 as a whole, like we are a software firm, which like, I don't think there are competitors in the market in that way.
Now, there's a bunch of people who
competitors.
Exactly. Each product you are if you are saying that text in bulk, so obviously that has like competitors, or maybe sticky reviews that has competitors, because if you are considering each product, then they have bunch of competitors in the market.
Yeah.
If you take competitors, they're also one-trick ponies. If you take a software like Proof, they got one software, that's it. Yeah, all right. Exactly. They don't have their next thing in a value ladder, right? They don't have their next thing where they can be like, okay, let's get more money from our customers. Think about it. I mean, it's like this all over the industry. Think about it. Like you like to buy stuff from people who you bought stuff before already, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you bought stuff from one dude and you need to buy something else, and you've got a dude that sells it over here, but this other dude that you bought stuff from also has that thing, you're most likely going to go back to that dude. Why? Because you already know him. You already trust him. You've already had a relationship with him. So for us as a company to keep releasing software after software after software and keep expanding, now we do have to support all our other softwares. We can't just stop supporting those. We have to keep supporting those, which is fine because we're strategically positioned where, I mean, for us to bring in, like, literally, for if we bring in a partner at $500 a month, if I apply overhead, 3 partners covers a new developer for the entire month. All right. So it's like our growth to be able to bring in resources. It doesn't take a lot of money in India to hire engineers. So we're not limited by that, by the fact that other companies are, because other companies, the average, you want to know who does business over here in India? You want to know who builds software over here in India? 2 people. Really, really smart, huge companies, really stupid, small companies. That's it. There ain't no middle ground. All right. There's a small amount of middle ground. All right. But so you understand the concept of a bell curve, right? A standard distribution.
You can explain that if you want.
Bell curve, standard distribution.
Bell curve. Yep. The bell curve. Yep.
Flip that upside down. That is the distribution of people who do business in India. All right. If you flip that bell curve upside down, what does that mean? That means that your low-end, stupid companies, a bunch of them are over here trying to save money because they're cheap idiots. Your very high-end people like Microsoft and Dell and Gateway, these huge companies, they're over here setting up shop because they realize the benefit. But everybody in between, the average people, they don't come over here to do business because they're scared of a perception that's created in the media on purpose. All right. So most of our competitors, when they outsource, they don't outsource to a third world country. At most, they outsource to Russia or Ukraine or China. And the Chinese developers, they cost more than the U.S. developers actually most of the time. The Russians and the Ukrainians, they cost maybe 70%, so those guys get a 30% savings. Other than that, you have some people who outsource to South America, outsource a little bit of their software development to South America, and they're at maybe 60%, 50-60% of the cost in the US. We're at like 10%, 17% maximum. So we're not bound by like that. That's the hugest competitive edge that we have over our competitors. When they go hire a software engineer, I'll go get 4 of them for the same amount of money. So I scale much faster than them. We create much more products faster than them. So
yeah, not the fact that you got the whole team behind you. I just want to weigh up the fact that don't want to be releasing too many softwares too fast, right? And create shit products, because at the end of the day, it's not about marketing, it's about the product, right?
For sure, we don't want to create shit products. For sure, I agree 100% there. We don't want to create shit products. But at the same time, I don't think that we want to go out and build Salesforce, all right? And to take the time and money to build Salesforce and then release Salesforce and think that now that Salesforce is out there, just everybody that's using Salesforce right now is going to migrate to our software. No, we're going to have a huge expenditure. So do we need to create shit products? No. But we need to create products that serve a specific product that can be expanded on, that can serve one function that we can go in and start to acquire a market share on and actually validate that that software is going to be accepted by the market, and then start actually expanding it as we get a little user base. Now, our advantage is going to come into the fact that we have all these other software products. We can release a software with a limited functionality. We can take all our users, send them to that software, and if they start signing up to pay money for that software, well, guess what? Now we can throw 3 more developers at it. Now we can actually build Salesforce. I wouldn't want to just go out and build Salesforce and say, hey, you know how long it would take to build Salesforce? Probably, even if we got a full 30 developers working on it, probably 24 months to build that software. All right. So do we want to literally go in and invest 2 years worth of time building a software on an unknown like that we'll be able to capture that market share? No, probably not. But I totally agree. We don't want to build shit products whatsoever. That's why all the products that we have right now, that's why, look, we've got these products you guys can give unlimited accounts to. Why do you think that we're in there improving them and updating the UI instead of saying, fuck it, let's build our next product under this partnership and come up with something new? Because we don't want them to be shit products. We want those products to have a brand associated with them, where as soon as we release the next product, it's like, okay, let's buy it.
Create a good impact on the customer so that in the next
on the subject of next product, right? Who decide and how do you decide what product you're going to release next? I mean,
well, if you want the short answer, me. And
plus the factors that come into it, right? But
if you want the short answer, me, I use my brain. All right. If you want the longer answer, then us as a partnership, we kind of work together and we talk about what we think would be successful, what we think the market wants. We talk about what softwares are we all using right now? What problems do we have with those softwares? What problems are the other users having with those softwares? Who's in our immediate circle that is going to be able to buy that software? Who do we know that is going to be able, that's, a partner already? What are they going to be able to sell? What are they going to be able to distribute? All right. What thing can we build that we're going to be able to get the quickest amount of traction on? Because getting that traction is the validator that we have to say, okay, now we go balls to the wall on this because we've already got enough traction and enough money coming from this product to merit more development and even merit advertising spend to go in and get and acquire even more users. Because I don't want to be in an affiliate model forever. You know, I don't want to play this affiliate game forever. I want to play it for some time to go in and get a bunch of users, and that's it. After that, I don't want to rely on every time we launch a software, I gotta pay fucking. I gotta pay 40% or 50% to a bunch of affiliates for running ads for me. No, I'd rather hire a marketing firm who run ads, who are professional marketers, and let them do the marketing and and pay a fixed cost to them and keep the rest of the money. Because I mean, yes, we alleviate a short-term cost up front. We don't have an upfront marketing cost, but we have a huge long-term cost. I mean, if that ClickFunnels dude, if that dude stays for 12 months and I'm paying, you know, out of $100, I'm paying $40, then I just spent $480. Is that marketing company going to charge me $480 to acquire one customer? Probably, hopefully not. Not if they're good at what they do. I mean, if they're good at what they do, they're going to charge me something. But I'm gonna get results from it. So. So right now, I don't know if I answered your questions or not, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, you've given me some direction in terms of what your plan is, just by saying, you know, you're not planning on an affiliate model forever, which is good. You can also, I mean, you've got the backing from us, right, to do what you want with it. So, I mean, that was my original thought as well. Like, if you've got all this backing from us, right, and we're investors, so why can't you use that money and just go full balls to the wall and actually use that for marketing, you know? But then you've got the other side of the equation as well, where you want to build it up slowly with your community. So I guess there's two different models there that you're taking. You can try one for however long that you want to try it for, but at the end of the day, if you got backing from us and you want to build the company quick, you know, it's a decision that you're making, which, you know, I'm fine with anyway. But at least I know what.
If you guys all just want to double your partnership fees, then we can do marketing. Like if you guys all want to pay double, then we can do marketing. But right now, what comes in from the partnership doesn't allow marketing budget. I mean, like literally what comes in from the partnership right now, it covers their cost, it covers a risk covariant. But keep in mind, I don't get a paycheck. I've never drawn a paycheck from Tier 5. I don't get paid. I'm the CEO of the company. I don't get paid. I should get at least $300,000 a year, at least. All right. Now, to do that with the current partnership, y'all can't afford me. So I don't get a paycheck. So if I'm going to think that I'm still always going to work with no paycheck, well, that's not the case. I mean, not forever, ever. So the marketing funds don't exist right now in the partnership. Do we have some additional capital that's there? Yes, but that additional capital, like I said, from my perspective, my personal bank account is not the working capital for this company. That's not how it should be. Not if this is a partnership. If it's a partnership, that working capital comes out of your pockets. That's where it comes from. All right.
That's the reason for the partnership, right? We do our own marketing. I feel like that's the reason for the partnership.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, that marketing budget. That
you're not a marketer, we are.
Yeah, I don't want to do so much of that marketing. I don't want to do so much of that advertisement. So my ideal of advertisement is even we close the partnership. All right. And I've thought about this a lot. Even we close the partnership, we don't allow more equity partners. All right. We don't allow more partners that get revenue. But what we do allow is we create a different little partnership. We create like an agency partnership. We create an agency plan where we do the same thing. An agency can come in, they can pay us $100 or $500 a month as an agency, and they can get unlimited accounts and essentially kind of white label our software. And they go do our fucking marketing for us. Trust me, if I bring in somebody and I say, hey, you can white label our software, it's $500 a month, you can white label it, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go do marketing, all right? They're just going to go do marketing. They're going to do marketing, all the marketing to get all the customers. And who are they acquiring customers for? Exactly. I mean, they're going to go out and why would we do the marketing? Like, Literally, we just tell those dudes, all right, we built this badass software, $500 a month. We'll put your fucking logo on it. It will be behind your domain. You go market the shit. You go bring in as many customers as you want. You charge them whatever they want. Great. Guess what? Thanks. You got us a whole bunch of customers. That was great. Now, are we going to be shysty and go steal your customers from you? No. But are we going to market our next products to all those customers?
Yes.
Fuck, yes, of course. Obviously, why would we not?
It's beautiful.
Very beautiful. You're right. No marketing.
From
We're a
that-
software firm. We don't want to do marketing.
Yeah, and from that, sound like they are not gonna.
Well, and it makes the most sense too. The reason why it makes the most sense is because if you're in here and you're not a marketer, well, then you're now an equity partner in somebody's business where they're letting other people handle it, and you're not doing anything. You're still seeing the benefit from that. But if you are a marketer, then you can use this to increase your offer positioning. Man, I like. Dude, like he was just saying a minute ago, white labeling service. That's what I'm here for. Hello, you do. This is like this is an opportunity, and you know it's so funny. When I hear this, it's just like I can't help but think like John, you have so much patience, man, because there is so much opportunity. There's so much laying on the floor in here. Everybody should really be maximizing that if you're not already, because I am. Woo.
That's why I want to. That's one of the reasons that I want to bring in these other partners is because one of these key guys that I want to bring in, that's the infrastructure and architecture that they are going to build is like right now I've got one dude that's been talking to me. He wants to white label our software. I told him he's got to be an inner circle partner at $500 a month. He's got to pay $1,000 setup fee, and he got to pay another $500 a month per software. And he's agreed to do that. He said no problem. He'll do that. And the reason that the prices have to be like that is because it's a manual process for us to go in and actually. It's a very manual process for us to go in and white label this. If I bring in what?
I said, of course, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
But if I bring in the dude that does the architecture for Cisco, if I bring in that dude within 3 months is going to create a solution and engineer a system where literally almost at the click of the button, we white label something. That brings the cost way down, which means we can go in and I can get 100 people to white label our stuff. And trust me, that dude who has this software, it's white labeled under his own brand, and he gets to set his price. He gets to bring in the customers. That dude's doing marketing. That dude's doing real marketing. That dude's doing paid marketing. That dude is going out and acquiring customers, and he's paid. Now, guess what? Russell Brunson talks so much shit. It's not shit, but he talks so much about how his business model is awesome because his cost to acquire a customer is zero. Well, same thing for us. Our cost to acquire a customer will be negative. People will be paying us to acquire customers. All right. They will pay us money to acquire customers for us. Now, are they going to acquire customers for themselves? Yes, they're going to be getting customers for themselves. It's a win-win solution for everybody.
That's cool. I just want to see what's in your head.
I have no idea what ClickFunnels spends on marketing, but they're always running ads. But I'm pretty sure that their marketing is completely what I would want our marketing to be, strictly retargeting. They're not doing any cold marketing. They're letting the affiliates do all the cold marketing. They're strictly retargeting, which is all I'd want us to do. And how do we do that? I mean, it's easy. Like, think about it. You got a user. He's in our software. He pays $47 a month. All right. Guess what? Tell him, look, you'll get a month free. Share this on your profile. Done. He gets gonna do that. Fuck, I get a free month. I just gotta share this on our profile. Bam, he just marketed us to 1,000 people. Great, thanks.
Dude, you could even like do an up viral thing, man, where you could get an up viral account and say, hey, share me this many times and I'm going to give away a software a day, or I'm going to give a software a week. Share as many times as you can and earn your ticket. You can have people just share and share and share and share and share. Up viral is perfect for that, dude. And then you can just give access to a software and use it as a bait, and then you just built a list.
You know, one thing with ClickFunnels that you got to realize is their churn rate is like sky high.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, when you look at it, ClickFunnels grew fast, but in the last year, ClickFunnels has not grown much. And the reason for that is when people buy the funnel hacks or when they buy the funnel builder secrets, you know, those 12 months deals, there are some people that have been promoting ClickFunnels like crazy in the group. And when you go to their pages now, they don't have it anymore because their 12 months were up. And I think when I see Russell Brunson right now talking, I see that worry in his face that ClickFunnels has stopped growing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's their own fault.
I mean, I don't believe that myself. I would have to see more evidence on that. I mean, ClickFunnels is growing aggressively, dude. Russell Brunson's making more money, and ClickFunnels is making more money than they ever have. Dude, I don't believe that. I don't buy that even slightly.
Well, their problem
you don't
is
have to buy it. You just have to go look at the data.
Their problem is look at their software. Like you go,
they're not growing, they're making money.
You go into ClickFunnels, you don't have any easy way to unsubscribe people from your list. Even it's like they don't give you any. Their software is not as great as it should be.
Yeah. ClickFunnels is an Amish horse cart with a 500 horse engine, and they're putting bells and whistles on it instead of fixing the engine.
Because that's what we do. That's what the community does, man. Like the idea is to make it
there is lots of people
harder
out there
to come in,
that are
that
not
way.
happy with it. You know, the problem is there's lots of people that are not happy with it. I use ClickFunnels for prototyping. I've made over $50 million for plastic surgeons, and not even a couple $100,000 on ClickFunnels, because every time I do something high volume where it needs to work, it crashes. And so what I do is I take stuff off ClickFunnels for that purpose. But ClickFunnels is good for prototyping. So, you know, ClickFunnels is a tool that's cool, but it really is a horse cart with a 500 horse diesel on it, and they're putting bells and whistles on it instead of fixing the frame. You know,
well, I think that's because it gives the power to the people like us. There's that barrier where you only get there
that are opportunity seekers, and they get those people. You know, when you look at what ClickFunnels is used for, really, it's used for selling to the ClickFunnels community.
Sure.
Well, no, there's people, man. I'm part of a group right now that are helping people make $10 million a month, dude. So that's not true, man. ClickFunnels is making a lot of money, and I've made over $4 million for the companies I've worked with just this year alone, dude. ClickFunnels is making lots and lots of money. It's sad to hear that the $50 million you were making was just was too much for it, but I haven't encountered that. John, I haven't seen encounter that. John's made quite a bit of money through ClickFunnels here recently too. I don't
selling to ClickFunnels users too.
Sure, for the most part.
I'm a complete fanboy, man. I'll argue until the sun comes up, though.
I think they have lots of issues myself. For a company,
sure.
For a company that's making, if you're putting
more for me to solve
a month in the bank, right?
More for me to solve, though. I like issues. I like problems. I can solve those, and people pay me to do that. And that's where ClickFunnels, that's why they've made the community the way it is. It's got problems. And then you got to find somebody like me, and that's the point, is do what you're good at and have somebody like me do the rest. Have somebody like John do the rest. Do what you're good at, nothing else. That's why we do the marketing for John. He claims he's not a good marketer, but his products are just so badass, it's easy to market. But that's the reality of it, right? Do what you're good at, and that's what ClickFunnels does. So for the people that are like, I got a lot of problems, let me assure you, there are people out there like me that can help you. And sometimes it just costs a little bit of money to make you a lot more.
That's the kind of, I think that's kind of a stupid approach to say, hey, let's have a software, let's have an inferior software with problems in it so that our community can make money. You know,
ClickFunnels grew very fast. There is some real issues that they have, but they are trying to solve it. But they're trying to solve it so that they can continue to grow instead of fixing the frame and the engine and everything that's around it. See, if
it eventually will, right? You can't steer a parked car. You've got to that's why John's doing what he's doing and not taking a paycheck. I know that too. I'm a CEO of a company. I pay my people more money than I get paid sometimes. It's because right now that my community is my people. I've got a sales team that makes sales for me. I don't do it. They do it for me, and I utilize that. So it's not. I don't think that they're doing it at scale. They're doing it the way they need to. I would rather see them scale than fix, and so they know what to fix rather than scale, fix a little, scale, fix a little. There's not the onboard. There's not the ramp to get in. Eventually, that's what would kill them. That if they focused the other way around, I think it would kill them. It's the same thing John's doing.
Well, Russell Brunson said last week it's just over 70,000 users. At Funnel Hiking Live, he'd said 63,000. So you're now in a year where they grew 7,000 users. And the year before, they doubled. So
Sure.
don't tell me they grew.
Sure. Well, they're making money. They're growing. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about growing. Are you
how
talking about
much
making more money or having more people? I'd rather have 100 or 10 people. I'd rather have one person I make a ton of money for than 100 people I barely make any money for.
Well, that's the
another
question.
thing.
How much
Growing as a business. Look at their market cap. Look at their market cap. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care about users. Who cares about users? The people that go to Builderall or go to somewhere else. No offense to Builderall. I've used them all. I love them all. I like all of them. I just like the community. I like the culture better.
Well, see, the issue there is, and I don't really want to get in an argument about it, but if you look at the $97 account, how much affiliate revenue do you get for it? And then you of course have some company cost behind it. And so you can say, okay, there is $30 of profit a month. And with all the problems that they have, just 2 hours of support. They have virtually all of their support people are paid $15. They're not
I give
making
you that. I give you
money.
that.
They're not making that much money.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I think it's kind of like what John was saying. It's like, they're only 4 years old, dude. They're only 4 years old. I mean, look at Amazon, just a couple years old, and look at where they are just a few years down the road. Dude, let me tell you, there's bigger, like Russell Brunson, there's bigger than Russell Brunson behind this, man. These are scalable models that the titans of industry do, man. And it's only done one way. From the outside looking in, it looks like a fool's work, feels like a fool's job until you're sitting fat on a stack of gold like John Vaughn's about to be doing, until you're sitting fat on a stack of gold like Russell Brunson and any of these other guys. I mean, I just don't buy it. I love it, but hey, we can continue talking, man. We can just get back to the inner circle stuff, man. Like, I care about this community. That's why I'm here. I'm here for John Vaughn only, really.
Well, I'm flattered. And my goal is not to. I don't want to sit on a pot of gold. All right, that's not my goal. Like, I don't.
But you will, just because your goal is to help people, and that is just that's the return on that, and that's what I like you so much, because that's not your goal. Your goal is to help, and in return, you're gonna be infamous. Like, you are leading the software right now. Like, dude, that's what you couldn't hear it in my video, and I got to re-record it. But man, you're disrupting. And what's more important than anything is disruption in this day and age, dude. And you're disrupting. There are a lot of uncomfortable people, a lot of people I'm friends with and in running circles with that are man, they don't know what to think of you, man. They're scared. and that's a good sign. That's something I want to be a part of forever.
Well, I'm just going to spend all the gold building more software. So it's like, that's my
do it. I love it.
I'm gonna spend it. Like, if I was ClickFunnels and we had $6 million, $8 million a month in revenue coming in, trust me, we'd have over 1,000 developers building fucking shit, and then that shit would turn into $1 billion a month, and we'd have 100,000 developers working in. So
that's one other issue that I don't understand is why do they have 20 developers on a software like that instead of 50, so that they could fix the obvious things. I don't know if you guys realize this, but the membership site in ClickFunnels is so hackable. I can just drop a link in the chat here, and every one of you can open a traffic secrets account.
But you can control that too, though.
It's a lifestyle thing, all right? It's because their visions and what they want are. As much as I like Russell and as much as I like what he's built, his vision is the same as most other people's vision. They want to get rich to have money and do nothing. That's not me. All right. He wants to get rich so he can buy a jet and he can buy a Lamborghini and he can buy a mansion and not have to do anything. That's his goal. My goal is not to do that. I don't want to get rich so I can have Lamborghinis and shit. I want to get rich so that I can actually change the world and build more stuff. All right. I don't want to get $1 million a year so I can go spend $500,000 on a fucking car that's going to sit in my garage 90% of the time. And I'm never going to drive. It's a stupid ass thing to do. All right. But if you look at him and you look at most other online marketers, their whole marketing strategy is let me paint this picture of a lavish lifestyle for you. Let me paint this picture of how you can get this financial freedom so that you can kite surf all day and never actually do anything with your actual life. Let me show you how you can get all this money so that you can what? You can flaunt it to other people. And from my perspective, all right, now this kind of gets into politics, but from my perspective, the reason that in today's age, why do we have terrorism? Why are people fucking just bombing shit and fucking killing people? It's because you've got very privileged people and their ideal on living life is flaunting their shit. All right. Now that's fine and dandy to sit and say that you're entitled. You worked so hard to get this $100 million. You should be able to go buy Rolexes and diamonds and stuff. And that's a great philosophy to have if you're the dude that has that $100 million. But if you're the dude that has a kid who's hungry and can't fucking eat, you want to blow that dude up. You want to kill that guy. All right. That's just common psychology. And that's the whole reason that the world is still at war, is because people still have this mentality like, hey, let me get rich. Now I'm all for making money, but get rich for what? Like, to me, if your goal is to get rich so you can do nothing the rest of your life but just fucking sit and get drunk and buy expensive shit that you don't actually need, it's the biggest waste of your potential. And that's not what I want to do. Why does that guy have a software making $8 million a month and he got less developers on staff than me? Because he wants to live this lavish, do nothing lifestyle. He wants to flaunt and say, hey, you can have a mansion like me. You can have this Lamborghini that I just got like me if you do that. That's not my cup of tea. I don't want to do, like, you know how many developers I could get for a fucking Lamborghini? Like, literally, we fund our entire company almost for an entire year with one Lamborghini. Like, more than that. Lamborghini probably like $400,000. We got 30 developers on staff for, now what can I do with those 40 developers on staff for 1 year versus that Lamborghini? I could get a blowjob in that Lamborghini, but I get that shit on a tricycle with my wife. So it's not like, I mean, I don't need that shit. It's like, it's not going to do anything useful to me. So I think that's the whole reason that they don't have those developers, Joe, is because that's not their end goal. That's not their end goal. Their end goal isn't to, like, hey, like, look who they cater to. Like, that's pretty much their entire philosophy is, like, most of those guru dudes are exactly the same thing. Like, you look at all their ads, and what are their ads? It's them driving their Ferraris or their Lamborghinis around in some big ass mansion saying, this could be you. This is the life. This is the dream. That's not the life. That's not the dream. The life and the dream is actually helping your fellow man. Because trust me, whenever I tell you that every person driving a Lamborghini right now is the target of somebody else that's less fortunate. That less fortunate person hates that person. They have audacity and animosity towards that person because they're living a life that they can say they deserve all they want. They can say that all they want, but someone else is really hating that. That's not for me. None of that shit's for me. I don't need any of that stuff. I'm cool with the panda hat. But what else? What else you guys want to talk about while we're here?
Yeah, I agree, though. I mean, Lamborghini is overrated, right? I'd be happy if just a little small island somewhere, like by Jamaica, preferably. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm hoping Tier 5 is going to buy an island at some point. We're all going to live there. Isn't that the plan?
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, that's why I want to come.
Okay. Don't buy it in Canada.
That's right. I forgot that you were going to make a software wonderland.
That sounds good.
With a tiki bar. Don't forget the tiki bar.
Okay.
And the hash bar.
I'll manage them both.
That's good. I just tuned in. I came in late. I don't even know what I missed.
Nothing really.
You need to get with me, James. After last week, we didn't talk, so we got to talk later.
Yeah, absolutely. I added you, man. I've been super inundated. I'm all for the island. I've been super inundated. Good talk, man.
James was the one who sent you that video with louder music.
She cussed you out, bro.
Seriously.
She totally was watching that video. She cussed you right out.
What was it? What was it?
She watched your video. She watched your
Oh
video.
yeah.
She cussed you out, bro.
You just did the whole video with so much loud music that we couldn't hear a word.
No, I was on. Yeah, I was on Screencast-O-Matic, and I thought I had it turned down, but I had my volume turned down and not the volume on that. So it's like I was like, is it? You know what? I was so upset. I sent it to him, and I was like, John, man, I'm sorry, that was just trash, dude. I'm gonna have to redo it. I just didn't want it to be boring like everybody else. Like did have music in the background. The one that did have music in the background. It was so loud nobody else could hear him. I was like, man, I like the music. I'm gonna add a little bit, and I just didn't turn it down. Yeah, my bad, guys. I really dropped the ball. That's cool. Hey, at least y'all, I mean, whatever. I mean, at least y'all didn't like put it out there. At least y'all tried to watch it, and at least I watched. That was at least you weren't just like, plug it right in. Hey, is everybody giving you a review yet? Man, I'll start calling people out on these calls. Be like, yo.
No, I'm working on mine. I want mine special, so I'm working on my other software to make a commercial out of it.
I personally don't need them that special. I just prefer them to be authentic. So
authentic. Well, I know. I was trying to make it.
Just answer the questions.
Right.
All I need you to do is make it authentic and answer the questions that I ask you to answer. That's it.
All right, I'll do it right as soon as we're done here then, brother.
I for sure don't want it to look scripted or anything like that. I just want you guys to answer the questions that I gave and just make it look authentic.
I'm going to be redoing mine, man. I got you and 2 other people I got to do it for, too. It is horrible. It's so funny, too, because it's like in a band, too. Like, you'll get going, you'll play a great set, and you look down, like, somebody forgot to push record. It's like I just did it and forgot to turn the volume down. Like, I turned my volume down instead of the computer volume. I felt so stupid. I was like, God dang it. I felt like such a rookie, such a noob. And I was leaving the office, too. I didn't have any time to re-record. That's why I said to you, I was like, discard it.
I asked you.
It's all good. I'll make it. It was really good. I mean, if that's any consolation, you can't hear shit, but it was amazing. That's cool. That's cool. Man, I can't wait for funnel hacking, brother. Hey, so give me the dice on Colorado, brother. Like, what days are you gonna be there? Because I'm trying to work that in my schedule. Like,
So
go out there a day or 2 before.
I'm flying. I'm leaving here on the 15th. I'm leaving here on the 15th, so I'll be in Denver on the 16th, and then I think I'll leave Denver on the 18th. I'm just going for the bud scene to hang out until Funnel Hackers. I'm not gonna sit in Memphis with a bunch of people that I know most likely a lot of people are gonna look down on me because I'm a weirdo, which is fine.
Whatever, man. People love you, dude.
I don't got no problem with that. So, but I'm not gonna. I am not a people person, and I don't do good in large groups of people. So
yeah.
I can't go hang out with 4,000 people if I don't have any smoke. So I'm for sure hitting up Denver and stuff, dabs and stuff, and taking them to Funnel Hackers with me. So I'll get there on the 16th, and then I'll leave probably. I think it starts on the 19th. I think is when Funnel Hackers starts. So I'll leave on the 18th.
Yeah, I've got to be there a day early. I'm going to the pre-mastermind. James Smiley and Steve Larson, Rachel Peterson, Sonia Lee, and all that. Sonia is actually she's one of my clients. Actually, I'm actually on her. She actually just officially got me on her team too. So it's pretty cool stuff, man. Yeah, so I'm going to be there for all that and all the fun stuff for the pre-games. But dude, I might swing to Colorado for a day before. I mean, I'm totally down to hang with John Vaughn in Colorado. Jesus.
For sure, come. They got a good smoke.
Oh, I know. I go up there all the time, man. I got a lot of buddies up there, and I got some business up there actually too. So that's what I'm saying. For me, I can just skip on over there for a minute. It won't be a thing, but chicken wing.
For sure, come.
John, where are you staying when you get here?
I'm just gonna stay in downtown Denver. Probably the same hotel I stayed at last time.
Well, that doesn't help me. I don't know where you stayed last time you were here.
I don't either. I don't remember.
That's probably by design.
I don't remember, but so I'm like a 5-star type of guy. So like room service in my hotels. I don't do motels and stuff. I like to have room service and stuff. So I'm just gonna grab a hotel in Denver, like right in downtown Denver.
All right. Well, send me the address and I'll come down and hang out with you for a while.
Yeah.
Get an Airbnb, dude. It's better than a hotel, dude.
No, I like the hotels. Airbnbs aren't my thing. I like the Airbnbs. They just don't have comfortable enough beds and stuff. I like those
Well,
hotels.
it depends on which ones you get. I mean, you can get some that are mansions, dude.
They got weirdos and stuff in there. That's not me, man. I like to do the 5-star.
Huh?
See, I'm trying to go homeless, dude. I want to live in nothing but Airbnb.
My last Airbnb had 11 cats, unadvertised.
Oh no, that's horrible. That's just yeah. That's I guess that those are like the war stories, I guess, right?
It wasn't that bad. I like cats.
If you're staying in 5-star, a homeless dude must be cursing you at that point of time. A homeless dude.
What kind of Airbnb are y'all getting?
He wouldn't like you for that.
Jeez.
Probably gonna get
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But sure, yeah, I'll send you that. I'll send you that address. I'll be there like 2 or 3 days. Like I said, I'm just going for the smoke run to hang out. I was gonna go to see Hector in Cali, but to be honest, I don't like the smoke game in Cali. I don't think it's near as good as Denver. I think they just do a little better job over there. More laid back.
What do you do, James? Are you driving from Colorado?
No, I'm gonna lasso a bird. I'm gonna lasso like 3 birds. Just,
Hey, he's got enough to get him high enough to get there. He's just got.
Right, I'm gonna smoke a big blunt and fly. I'm just flapping my wings, taking a plane.
That's why he's gonna stop in Colorado. He got a plane enough to get for funnel hacking.
Yeah, I'm for sure taking a plane. So I'll be taking a plane. I'm taking a plane. Yeah, I'll be right. I'll be taking an aeroplane.
Well,
Too bad Elon Musk hasn't finished the Hyperloops yet. We could all just travel in Hyperloops.
For
I'm
sure.
from Canada. I live in an igloo.
That's cool. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
That's legit.
You do not live in it.
What part of Canada are you from?
Alberta. I'm a Cape Brettoner, but I live in Alberta.
Oh, Alberta. We got some good steaks, do you?
Oh yeah, good steaks, good pot.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. That's cool. Some people are just getting in. See, I thought I was late. I was feeling bad. I hate being the one late, but there's been like 2 or 3 people getting after me. I feel much better. So Kevin, give us more info on what you were talking about last week, dude. What's the news on all that?
Well, Roku shut down for the holidays, but it's pretty much good to go. And I've been doing like a beta test run on Facebook because I found out if you go live, I can connect it live on Roku. So I've been doing like John's trainings when he goes live. I share it live on my live, and actually I got like 100 leads today just from doing that. And then I play music videos and motivational videos in between. And I put in some like my buddies' bands like Five Finger Death Punch and Nonpoint and Graham and Hanley and a couple other bands. So I got Right Stall, play all their stuff. So
yeah, it is badass, dude.
You can go ahead and check it out. I have the channel running right now as we're talking. So
dude, pop it is in the comments. Pop in the comments. We're fired over. Now we're friends, dude. We're official, dude. We're Facebook official. Send it, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I even made a commercial. It came out pretty good. So I'm still playing around with that, still trying to learn. And you're the marketing guru. And I got all this software that I got from this automatic bundle deluxe package where it's got 3D avatars that'll come out and point at you and dance for you and it'll be your voice.
Dude, that's legit. Yeah, I've got to see more of that, dude. Like that absolutely is like next level, dude. That dude, and I want to find somebody that does some more augmented reality and then cross these spaces and do like augmented reality or like landing pages and do like that. I think that's like, man, like for real, that's the future.
Yeah, I got all that.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like you said that, like I've had some things working in the back of my head. I've just been waiting to hear the right kind of people talking. Man, I'm really like to explore that. John, too, man. There's things I haven't even talked to you about yet, John, man. I've been putting things together and getting things in place before approaching you, man. But I got some things for you, dude. I think you really like, man. I think you'll like some of the people connected to it, too. I can't really talk much on it here, but, man, either way, I haven't sent anything yet because I don't have it all together yet, but it's come together quite nice. I'll just leave you at that.
Well, hit me up whenever, man.
Dude, absolutely. I think you're going to love it.
If it's tech related, I usually do love most tech related stuff.
Yeah, dude. It's a little bit. I think it's what we talked about last week and how to. Well, I can't get into it, man. I'll give too much of it away. We'll talk.
This is private circle. This is the inner circle, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. The only reason why I can't do it is just because got some NDAs going just until things are finalized, brother. Because it's a big thing.
I know. I hooked this up with the Marine Corps, so we're set with that too.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like when you were talking some of those things, man. Yeah, I mean, one of my clients in particular that I was talking about, man. So he does a lot of military stuff. He's done a lot of charitable events. He actually has the world record for some of the largest events. That and he donated all the proceeds to charity. And dude, I got a lot of things turning, man. So when you were talking about that last week, I was like, dude. I got something we can drop on that right now and just monetize it, dude. Like,
well, that's one of the things that we got. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing it, I'll post a link in there real quick with the CEO actually of the business Marine Corps is doing wheelchairs for vets, and these are badass, like little mini tanks and stuff. But they're personally designed. And they run $25,000 each, so they're looking for that. But the nice thing though is he's actually a TV producer.
So wait, you know the guy that sells those? Hold on, you know the guy that sells those?
Yes.
Who?
He's the actual CEO of the Marine Corps Business Network. So I'll post a link right now. Let me get it. Let me grab it because I got it shared all over the place today. And I've been getting all kinds of leads from it actually, just from doing it. People giving me shout outs.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, amazing. Yeah, it's smart. Yeah, I can only imagine. I've got a few things we could probably rain right on that channel and get more than
the Mongo chair is what it's called. The Mongo chair.
You putting it in the chats? Okay, here it is. I wasn't seeing it.
I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. I just found it. But yeah, if you guys can help spread the word on that and just post it on your page, that'd be great because they're helping us out tremendously. It's going to be a big account.
Well, I may not do that, but even if I don't do that, man, I for sure need to look at it. I have to look at it first.
It's in there now. It's a badass, dude. There's like one that's a tank, but they're all custom made for the vet, depending on what happened to them and how they got disabled and stuff like that. So, but they run like 25 grand each, and it's nonprofit. So.
Really, I wonder what the margin is on it. That's badass, though.
No, that's what it is. It's 25K. He's just doing it because he's a
no, that's what it's sell for. I want to know what the margin is on it. Like,
oh no, it's all donations. It's he's not making it's all nonprofit.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, these are badass, dude.
Right.
These are sick. Like somebody can get a speeding ticket in one of these. It looks like, dude.
Oh, dude, you should see the one girl's freaking one. It's a tank, bro. A mini tank.
What does he build this on?
Somewhere in like if you scroll down and look at the one Brad and Liz JPEG, look at her. She's got a mini tank.
No, I was okay, cool. No, I was wondering what their website's built on. That's what I was looking at.
Oh, I don't. Let's see.
It doesn't say.
Wix, Wix.com. Go all the way down.
It's Wix. It is Wix.
Yeah, that's Wix.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, dude, this is a freaking gold mine.
Right?
Dude. Oh my God.
Well, looks like John wants to go to sleep.
So much money sitting there.
I know.
You know, it's nonprofit, but nonprofit can be very profitable.
I got all the leads already from it in the emails. Exactly. I got the emails from it already.
That's badass, dude. Dude, we're definitely going to have to connect, man. The more I hear you talk, the more I like you.
Yeah, man. I'm all sales. I've been a bartender and owned a nightclub for years and been a tour manager. And then for the last 10 years, I ran for-profit colleges as a
What
director.
you have done is not going to be shit compared to what you've done or what you're going to do, and that's what I'm most interested in. It sounds like you're onto something bigger than any of that stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm building an empire.
There you go. Cool, man. I dig it. I dig the shit out of it. John, you look hell comfortable, man.
Yeah, he's ready for bed, it looks like. So maybe we should
Yeah, what
break
time
off
is it
like
over there, dude?
6 a.m.
Just like 6 a.m.
Jesus. Well,
I
good
haven't gone to
morning.
bed yet, though, so, you know.
Well, I mean, I'll sit here and shoot the shit with everybody all night. I mean, it's whatever.
Well, why don't we break off then, James, and I guess everybody else is done.
Yeah. John wants to get some sleep. And dude, Kevin, we need to talk before the night's end for sure.
Yeah, we can break off right now if you want.
This is your guys' time, so I'm just here for y'all.
Oh,
you need a nap. I know. Nappy time.
If you
Well,
guys
you know-
if you guys could all bring in one more inner circle partner, that would be great.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Mark's going to look into it. And I think
Hey,
I pretty
John.
much got him.
What do you say, since, the weekend's coming up, what do you say after the first of the year, like just right after the first of the year, give everybody time for the holidays? Would you do what you did with Paulson with me? Would you go live and let's talk about not only softwares, but partnership, dude? I know I've got partners on my list. I know for a fact I got partners on my list. We just got to get them. If you like fishing, dude, we can go fishing right after the first of the year. Right on my list.
I didn't go live with Paulson.
Oh, you did it? What'd you do with Paulson? I thought you went live. Oh, you were in his group.
No, he paid me. He paid me to do a private session with him and set all his funnels and stuff up for him.
Oh, is that what that was? He just streamed it in his group. Oh, okay.
I don't think he streamed it in his group at all.
Yeah, I mean, I seen it. I don't know how I seen it.
With Paulson?
Yeah.
I seen it too.
You talking about the other day when you were talking about text in bulk with Paulson and stuff? Yeah, dude, you were live streamed, dude. I was commenting on it.
You were, bro.
Doing what were we talking about?
You're talking about all the softwares, Paulson's $1 a day, dude.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too, I think.
Yeah.
You were trying helping him setting his everything up.
Are you sure I wasn't setting his funnels up for him?
No, dude, this was after that was done, man. This was it was the Benchwater marketing. $1 a day software bundles.
I wasn't live with him, bro. He there's a way that Joe does it all the time. He
records it and puts live on it. Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'll go live on my Facebook and then somehow he restreams it live. He restreams my live video, but
That's what I'm doing. Okay. I didn't know. That's why I know how to do that too. Yeah, I just didn't know if that's what he did. I thought you went live with them because I watched it and it seemed live. That's why Paulson was interacting and you weren't. It makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm down to go live with anybody, so I don't have a problem.
Let's do it, dude. Let's go live together. It'll be
I got like 4,700 on my page. On my Facebook page, I got like 4,700.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with that. I don't mind doing it for sure.
Yeah, I've shaved mine down, but dude, I've got a hot ass list, dude. So I mean, we got some partners on there for sure. I can tell you. I just said maybe after the holidays, man, because I know how it is for y'all, and I mean, I don't know, you know, it's one of those things type thing.
We're going on a trip. We're leaving on Sunday, and we're not coming back until the 2nd.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're gonna stream some of it live. We're doing our company. It's our 3rd year anniversary, so probably live stream. We do a circle of trust where we just break down and cry, or we just.
You should make them firewalk, dude. Make everybody firewalk, dude. It's supposed to be like revolutionary, dude. Do it. That'd be awesome. Live stream it. That would be dope, dude. Like the software company that firewalks together, stays together for life.
You know what firewalking is?
Mind over matter.
That's right. If you don't mind, it don't matter.
You light a fire.
You get really baked and don't feel it.
You take all the hot coals and spread
You don't feel it anyways, man. You walk quick enough. You got a lot of dead skin on your feet. You're good. It don't hurt. It don't hurt at all. You don't feel it. Just get amped. You get pumped. Dude, Tony Robbins. Dude, that's what you should do. hire Tony Robbins and have
Yeah,
have
it would
Tony
be
Robbins
great to
make
do
a-
with the partners also. All come to India and then all the partners can do the firework.
Dude, I will do it. I'm there. Let's do this.
Lance, are you down, bro? Lance,
Yeah,
you
he's got his
firework
funnel hacker shirt on, so he's down.
I'll do it. I've already done it once, but it was fake. It was actually ice and LED lights.
That's cool.
I'll do
though.
that
I mean- she said, "I'll do that."
But
I'll
it
do
looked
it.
real.
Let's do it. Firewall.
What do you say we come back next week and do this all again next week?
Only if you promise.
I'll be working next week, but
Not,
bye.
not
Not
next week.
Next week.
Yeah, next week we won't be here. The week after.
I'll be here.
Next week we'll be in the mountains of India. We won't get any net connection because we're gonna be up in the mountains.
Nice. Well, happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas
Yeah,
and Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas and Happy New
Happy
Year.
Kwanzaa.
Happy
Hey
Kwanzaa.
Kevin, shoot me those links, dude. I'm not gonna be able to access it after we get off, man. Shoot me those links on Facebook.
All right. See you guys and girls.
Later.
Till next time.
Have a good trip. See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.